Hunters are master marksmen who use a plethora of different shots to take down their prey, from venomous barbs and magical projectiles to explosive volleys and penetrating power shots, while those who focus on melee combat do so with polearms, executing deft flanking maneuvers and being particularly skilled at throwing their weapons. Hunters are also masters of survival, and their familiarity with traps and misdirection can allow them to manipulate their foes, leading them into deadly ambushes or camouflaging themselves so well that even the sharpest-eyed foes cannot fix their aim upon them. Hunters are also capable of using their connection to the aspects of various animals to empower themselves and their allies, augmenting their abilities according to the needs of the situation. Hunters have a powerful connection to the wild and an uncanny ability to befriend even the wildest of beasts. Hunters form a deep bond with their pets and are rarely found without a fierce companion at their side. Perhaps the most involved companion class of all, hunters can track, tame, name, and train a huge range of animals throughout the world, with a number of special rare beasts existing solely for hunters to discover, hidden from the eyes of any other class. And each type of pet boasts its own selection of special abilities. The combination of hunters' powerful range damage capabilities and their pets' aggro management makes hunters an excellent soloing class, essentially a two-man team, capable of tackling enemies far beyond the capabilities of many other classes. The hunter is a pure DPS class, meaning that all its specializations focus primarily on dealing damage. What makes the hunter so great is that it's very easy to pick up and learn, and also even excel at with 3 separate gameplay styles that can change dramatically. However, each spec has its own strengths and weaknesses. Beast Mastery hunters are masters of the wild, boasting a powerful synergy with their companions, even having extra options when it comes to the diversity of beasts that they can tame. They bring numerous enhancement to both their own pet's abilities, keeping up the frenzy buff on their pet with the use of barb shot, sending them into a murderous rampage with bestial wrath, and further enhancing their burst windows with cooldown reduction talents. Their damage profile is very consistent, and they can keep up AoE damage at all times via Beast Cleave, with absolutely no restrictions to their movement, being able to do 100% of their potential damage at all times. Marksmanship hunters are skilled sharpshooters, focusing on defeating opponents through unique and additionally empowered ranged attacks. They must stand still to unleash their most powerful attack, Aim Shot, however also have freedom to move outside of the short cast window. Marksmanship hunters are known for their huge amounts of burst on demand, with their main cooldown True Shot turning them into a turret for 15 seconds, massively reducing the cooldown and cost of their most powerful abilities. This, coupled with talents like Careful Aim, increasing your damage by 50% to high health targets, means you'll do some of the highest damage at the start of every boss, along with valuable execute damage with Kill Shot and Bullseye. Survival hunters are adaptive rangers who can engage enemies effectively at any distance. They focus on cleaving with Wildfire Bomb, which rotates each time you use it, having 3 different bomb types to potentially change up your rotation in some scenarios. With a mixture of bleeds, poisons, and pet damage, they can deal about 80% of their damage from range, which is huge for a melee spec, and can even spec into a cooldown to make their melee abilities a 40-yard range every single minute. When it comes to raiding, there is usually one hunter spec that's near the top of the meters very consistently, so there's a good chance at always having a spot in the group. It also brings an immunity in aspect of the turtle, which is often extremely useful in a raid setting, not only allowing you to survive, but also to cheese certain mechanics on some bosses. Each spec has its own specific niche to fill, so if you need to change spec while you're progressing a boss, perhaps to a damage profile that's better suited, then you absolutely can, and it's very beneficial to learn all 3 specs because of this. And you'll historically find that hunters can be used in a huge range of PvP comps. The signature Scatter Shot into Ice Trap combo is particularly deadly, allowing a consistent CC chain on a 30-second cooldown to create high pressure and win games. This trend of there being a superior spec just means that you have the opportunity to play the entire class overall throughout the expansion, and always at some point be very, very viable in all forms of content. On screen is a first look at the Hunter's tier sets and bonuses in the first raid of Dragonflight, Vault of the Incarnates. If you're looking for a class that nails its fantasy and is always relevant with a low barrier to entry, definitely consider checking out the Hunter. Comment what you'll be maining in Dragonflight, and if you can't decide, check out the next class on screen now.